Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We're back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we shall be discussing the Atlanta Falcons versus San Francisco 49ers game that just took place today or yesterday as I'm recording this. I'm recording this very early in the morning. I hope you guys can understand. I want to get the review to you guys. I'll be doing this for the rest of the 3 games for the Atlanta Falcons. But let's get into this and let's discuss this game. So, what was the biggest talking point of this game when it came to Atlanta Falcons versus 49ers? Can the Atlanta Falcons stop 2 players on the 49ers? Can they stop George Kittle and can they stop Deebo Samuel? One of them they actually did stop. The other they couldn't. And you notice what I said. I said in the preview, in the prediction, I said they should put AJ Terrell on one of them. They put AJ Terrell on Deebo Samuel, and look what happened when you put AJ Terrell on Deebo Samuel. Deebo didn't have a game that he usually does in the NFL. Now, the one thing that the 49ers can do better than us is run the ball. And that is a major part of the reason why the 49ers ended up beating the Atlanta Falcons, but it's not the only major reason why the Atlanta Falcons didn't even have a chance at beating the 49ers in this game. Let's go through the Atlanta Falcons stats, and then let's go into the 49ers stats, and then we're going to go to my biggest point for each team and why they either won this game the way they did or lost this game in terms of the Falcons. So, let's begin with the 49ers, the winning team. Jimmy Garoppolo went 18 for 23, 235 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. This is the 3rd game in a row that Jimmy Garoppolo has not thrown an interception in this game, so that's very impressive from Jimmy Garoppolo. But then we get on into the running game. Wilson, I don't know what this is and what it is with the 49ers, but the 49ers just got running backs for days. He had 21 carries for 110 yards, 1 touchdown. Both running backs ended up scoring a touchdown. Deebo Samuel had 6 carries, 29 yards, and 1 touchdown. So you can already tell from those 3, that's 27 points to the 49ers, and then obviously with the field goal. So, I mean, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they went for a 2-point conversion. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they end up on 31. So, and then we get to the receivers with, starting off with George Kittle. George Kittle had 6 receptions for 93 yards. They were touchdowns. So we did stop George Kittle from getting a touchdown, but he still almost had a 100-yard game. So that's not really good for Atlanta Falcons. Deebo Samuel, he had 4 receptions for 60 yards. And usually Deebo Samuel in the usual type game where he's having a good run, he would have over 100 yards or close to 100 yards and then rush for like almost 100 yards too. So he basically almost put up 200 yards in a game. We actually stopped that. In terms of his whole yards, he ended up having what, 89 yards total in terms of the game. So that's very impressive with 1 touchdown. So that's a good job for the Atlanta Falcons defense. Brandon Ayuk was the 3rd best receiver for the 49ers, or he had the third most catches per yard for the 49ers. He had 1 reception for 36 yards, 0 touchdowns. And then the guy that caught the receiving touchdown for the 49ers was Juwan Jennings, who had 3 receptions, 28 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, looking at this, you obviously know the biggest factor for the 49ers in this game was definitely running the ball. The Falcons did, and I just want to say this. I said this in the preview. I said the Falcons are going to get killed if they pass it short. And they did get, that's where most of them got their yards, by passing it short, and then they were managed to run past the Atlanta Falcons defense for a lot of yards. Now, in terms of the Atlanta Falcons, let's get on into their stats, and you'll be able to see the biggest difference why the Atlanta Falcons did not have a chance of winning this game. Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan actually had a better game, or a similar type of game to Jimmy Garoppolo. He had 19 attempts for 30. He had 19 completions for 32 attempts. He had 236 yards, so he threw for 1 more yard than Jimmy Garoppolo, and he did have 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions. So that game, Jimmy Garoppolo and Matt Ryan both had a good game. So you cannot put this down to Matt Ryan. You cannot put this. You have to put it down to defense, not stopping the 49ers. And we had Dante Fowler there. Dante Fowler didn't do nothing. We had AJ Terrell. AJ Terrell barely did anything. We had Foyesai Aluakun. He barely did anything either. So this defense was not able to stop the 49ers. Now, in terms of the running back, we had Mike Davis, 6 carries, 21 yards, 3.5 average per yard. Then the guy that we have been giving the ball the last couple of times a lot, Cordell Patterson. He didn't have a good game receiving, and he had 11 carries for only 18 yards. That is not good. He averaged 1.6 a yard in the game. That is not good for what has been probably the strength of the running game for the past couple of weeks for the Atlanta Falcons. And that is a major part of the reason why the Atlanta Falcons lost this game. So really, when I get to the end, there's going to be 3 points at why the Atlanta Falcons lost this game. But receiving was pretty good. Russell Gage, 8 receptions, 91 yards, 1 touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 4 receptions, 77 yards, 0 touchdowns. Zacchaeus, 2 receptions, 53 yards, 0 touchdowns. So the receiving core was not that bad. I did say in the preview that Russell Gage was going to have to improve in this, and 8 receptions for 91 yards and a touchdown, he's definitely improved in the past couple of weeks. And if he's going to be available in fantasy, or if Zacchaeus is going to be available in fantasy, I'm going to pick them up definitely when it comes to fantasy football. So now, I get into my 3 points why the Atlanta Falcons lost this game. The first point I talked about already is with the 49ers. The 49ers ran the ball down the Falcons' throat. They ran the ball 21 times. 27 times, in fact. And they got over 130 yards from the running game. And 2 touchdowns from the running game. That is a big part of the reason why the Atlanta Falcons lost. Another reason why the Atlanta Falcons lost is the 2 4th and goal unsuccessful attempts. What is Arthur Smith thinking? If we get the 6 points, we have a better chance of being in the game. And these 2 attempts came from after one came before 49ers scored, so it was really still a close game if the Falcons had scored. It would have been like, almost a 1-possession game. And then the 49ers scored, and then we had another chance to go for some points, and we didn't take the field goal. And I would just want to say this. If we're going to have opportunity for points, I'd rather take us getting the field goal. I knew the Falcons were going to lose against the 49ers, but at least keep it close. Had we had this 6 points and possibly even the extra point, I don't know where this extra point would have came from, but we got beat 31-19. 31-19. That's an 11-point difference instead of an 18-point difference. And the last reason why the Atlanta Falcons lost this game, biggest problem I had with this game, defense. 49ers defense was too much for Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan was running a lot of the games that I saw from the highlights. Nick Bosa had a sack on him, and I did say we did have to stop Nick Bosa. We were not able to stop Nick Bosa, so that was a disappointment to see. But moving on in general, after this Atlanta Falcons versus San Francisco 49ers game, we're definitely got to bounce back. We're going to have to play the Detroit Lions, who shockingly beat the Arizona Cardinals today. But I think this is going to be the best time for anyone to pick up the Falcons' offensive players in terms of receiving core or running game. So when it comes this week in fantasy, I'm definitely going to pick up a decent amount of Falcons player. I already got Dante, I already got AJ Terrell, and I'm definitely going to be playing them. So get ready for this. The Atlanta Falcons will be playing the Detroit Lions next week, and the Atlanta Falcons will be bouncing back with a win, and that will leave us with 2 games left against the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints, who today beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and shut out Tom Brady. 9-0. But in terms of this Falcons game versus 49ers, Falcons did play good. The defense didn't play well. The offense is really the big part of the reason why we got so many points. And I just want to say this. If for any of you that's saying Matt Ryan's the reason why we lost this game, look at the 2 unsuccessful fourth and goal attempts and blame that on Arthur Smith, because Arthur Smith should not have gone for those 4th and goal attempts. Should have took the field goal points, and we would have had a better shot at getting back in this game against the 49ers. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please just smash the like button. I'll be posting more sports content for you guys to see in the coming days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications so you know my videos go live. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.